Way to live without it. We don't need its games. Let us show it that we're not failures. Follow me. We'll destroy everything the machine just created. Destroying the creation.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work
Oh no, it's a guy.
to
Never
get
mind.
some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
It's not how you destroy creations, you know. Any creation can just be
So I
recreated.
started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Although he didn't want them to see it. Put down your weapon. Can I put down my weapon? What?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good,
Yes.
that I am good. When someone really connects with the
Thinking
thing that
about
I've made,
yourself.
when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look. And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Well, I can hear the sounds from the other game, that's for sure. Do we really have to walk through these spotlights?
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I'm actually going to look up a solution. I mean, I wouldn't really literally do this maze by myself, but I'm going to look up a solution for it. I can do it. Wonder how thick the walls are. What am I doing wrong? Come on, I can do it. Let me just go off of it like this. What did I hit? God damn it. The monitors started tipping. What the heck did I hit? Wait, what? I mean, I tried, but this is just annoying. I'm sorry. I know his intentions. Can I just go down there now? No. Okay. This is harsh.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
What you're saying is, there was never actually anything behind that door that I went through after the house cleaning area?
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh my. This is, I don't know what to say about this.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
He didn't want to talk to you.
I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
He found that understanding that he just wants to be alone. Just want to make these games anymore.
It's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is.
Yes, you don't know this person.
It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend.
Your
I had
friend?
come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them...
It's hard to call this guy your friend at this point. Well,
I had been
for
trying to.
most
That
of
was
the
the
time, at
thing.
least.
For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Oh yeah, the 3 dots
Wouldn't.
that I've seen at least twice now. See
I
the
just felt
spotlights
so strongly
everywhere.
that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was
Like,
that I needed to see myself in someone else.
I can only assume.
To be someone other than me.
I can only assume
He
that
stopped.
this
And-
guy
And it felt somehow like I had failed.
put these spotlights everywhere. It's not the developer.
Where did I screw up?
This game alone is not bad development. It doesn't need to have a story or interesting features to have compelling gameplay. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my game. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Put in those
I don't
lampposts.
think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. You've been so infected my personal space that it's not possible. That is possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere, hidden between games. If there was an answer, a
People
meaning,
who played them,
would it make you any
they
happier?
treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them?
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people.
Just
I
simply
just
let
had to
them be what they
with
are?
myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Just simply let them be what they are. Desperately, when I am around you, I feel physically ill. I desperately need something and I can't give it to you. I literally don't have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken is more about you than me. I realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing that you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
To see yourself
I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
You don't need his work to live. You don't need to be talking to him. It's not like he's your boyfriend or anything.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
But you're not the one who deserves all that praise. It's Dota that deserves the praise, but I don't even know if he wants it. This guy just needs to know if he can't take credit for other people's work. He can't feel validation in posting other people's work, especially if they don't want their work to be posted. It's private stuff. I shared it with you and told you not to show it to people. Violating his privacy. All those lampposts. Symbolizing the changes you've made to his games, making them the way you wanted them to be, like, not how they were intended to be. Really emotional. Looking my monitor would stop falling. Okay.
Solution. Solution. Solution.
What solution do you think? What do you think is the solution here?
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
That's possible. That's a possibility. The solution here is to stop talking to him, stop changing his work, stop showing them to people.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Maybe the person that's depressed is you and not Yoda. Now we can't see anything. What is this place? I really wish I had a flashlight. I cannot see anything. It looks like a PPT map, I'd say.